Good morning and welcome to Write with Rachel. I'm Rachel and I'll be your guide today. Have you ever gotten stuck trying to write a short story? I know the feeling. I've written nonfiction for years for different publications, but it seemed like fiction was always more difficult. I'd always have lots of ideas on how to start the story, but I could never seem to finish a draft. After challenging myself to write 35 short stories in 35 days, I had an aha moment and I created the Tilt Fiction Writing Method. You can learn all about the method in the video I've linked below, and you'll see me use it in today's workshop. Today I'm going to improvise 4 story ideas and write a story in 10 minutes or less. I encourage you to watch my messy handwriting fill the screen or join in on the fun and write your own story. Let's start with our story spark for the day, which is finish the story. For today's prompt, I am going to choose a colored pen, and the colored pen will help us decide which story we're going to finish. So I'm going to put my colored pens down here. I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to mix up the pens, and then I'm going to choose one of them, and I'm going to choose this one. So I've selected the pink pen. I'm going to select the pink card, and this means our story spark for the day will be the spider was supposed to turn into my best friend. So this will be the first part of our story today. Now for the second part of our spark, today is finish the story, and so the sense we have today is the sense of smell. For this, I have cards with different smell words on them. Again, I'm going to mix up the colors. Whoops. Close my eyes, pick a pen. And this time we got lavender. So our sense of smell today is going to be vanilla. Let's set up our spark grid and do some brainstorming. The story or the word today is the spider is supposed to turn into my best friend. And the sense is a sense of smell, and this is vanilla. And what we're going to do next is I'm going to brainstorm 4 different story ideas or directions that this could take. And let's start and say that we have someone, and let's say that her name is Eva. Eva hated spiders. In fact, was terrified of them. When she was making chocolate chip cookies, she had just added the vanilla when she saw a spider scurry across the table and stop. She screamed, but before she could smash it, the spider said, "Wait, dot, dot, dot." Or another direction, let's say we have someone and his name is Bill. And Bill is at the park. He is eating a vanilla ice cream cone. and a man walks by in a Spider-Man costume. He sits down next to Bill and says, "If you give me your ice cream, I'll be your new best friend." Bill laughed, but then the man waved $1,000 in front of him. ... Let's go into another situation. We have Jenny. He is working at her job as a doctor. She is almost finished with her shift. And she can just imagine the vanilla cupcake she's going to treat herself to when she gets home. But as she walks out the door, her evening plans change. She gets an urgent call from her best friend, Toad Spider. ... And let's go in one more direction. Let's say we have someone and his name is going to be Zen. Zen is delivering the mail. He starts to deliver package, but notes that it smells strongly of vanilla. Wait, did something break? Perfume, body wash. He pauses, and Spider crawls up and out of his mail bag. "Zach." "Zen," says the spider. "It's me, your best friend. So glad I finally got your attention. You've got to get me into this house so I can change back." put me into this package. Stat. So there you go, 4 different ideas that you could use, or feel free to go in whatever direction you would like to go into. I also encourage you, as you're writing, to take into consideration the tilt method philosophy. Remember the tilt method philosophy, our goal is to finish a draft. You want to keep on writing. And if you need to bring in a talking spider, a bit of magic, a man dressed up as Spider-Man, whatever you need to do to tilt the story, to take it out of reality if need be, keep going. The goal is to finish the draft. Remember, you can always change it, modify it, whatever you would like to do to it in a second, third, fourth, and fifth draft. I'm now going to model writing a 10-minute story. I encourage you to write your own story if you'd like. If you'd prefer, you can also watch my messy handwriting fill the screen. I always start with my character, and then I'm going to tilt the story from the character to what the character wants to the tilt of the story. I'll do the wrap up and then I'll write the last word. I will be tilting my hourglass to signify the change in time. My hourglass is 4.5 minutes, so if I run it out, that's why I might not be flipping it immediately. I would love to have you join me, and I am going to get started now. Here we go. My name is Zen, and I have been missing my best friend for a long time. She disappeared about 7 years ago and was never found, but I still hold out hope. Today, I am doing my job, delivering mail around the neighborhood, like I always do. When I get to the final house on the block, I notice that the last package has a vanilla smell to it, and I wonder if something broke. Could be a candle, perfume, bubble bath, any sort of things. As I pause for a moment to consider if I should put a sticker on it, I see a spider scamper up my mailbag and stop right in front of me. Lucky I'm not afraid, but I am somewhat shocked when the spider starts speaking. Then I'm your best friend, Jenny. What? First, it's impossible. Jenny is missing. Jenny can't be a spider. A spider can't be talking. I know I'm not drunk. And it's the middle of the day. The spider keeps talking. And I'm determined to find out. Find out if it's really Jenny, or maybe even know something about Jenny. The spider shares facts that only I would know about Jenny. You remember the summer we got those matching tattoos? I did. I glanced at my wrist. I couldn't see Jenny's. Of course. What do you want? I asked Jenny the spider. I have to get into the house, Jenny said. It's where the evidence is of who killed me. You're dead? My head was spinning. I mean, kidnapped. The spider said. I'll call the police, I said. No, said Jenny. Just deliver the mail. I shook my head. I need to call the police. Just then, I felt a sharp sting. And something happened. Later, I woke up in the hospital. The people across the street had seen me fall on the steps. I'd been tested for drugs and found positive. So now I was in trouble with my work. Why did Jenny sting me when I was just trying to help her? Later, I learned that I was in bigger trouble than I thought. Not only had I delivered Jenny and the package, the owners had brought it inside where it exploded, and an angry vanilla fueled fire. I was considered a suspect. And when I tried to explain that a talking spider made me do it, I got switched to a different floor. That's the end of my story writing for today. If you look in the comments, you'll see some comments that I've made about the story, what I might change if I did a second or third draft. In the description, I will have an outline that includes the 4 story ideas, a summary of my story. Sometimes I also include some discussion questions, maybe related to the ethics of the story. If you've enjoyed writing with me today, I would love for you to join me again tomorrow. I hold these writing workshops Monday through Friday. If you'd like to join me again, please subscribe to the channel, and I will see you again soon.